You didn't come with grand parade, no fireworks, no plans we made. You just appeared like morning light, soft and steady, never bright. I didn't know I still could trust, but you held love like sacred dust. You came gently, not to win, not to erase where I had been. You let me breathe, you let me be. You didn't rush what healed in me. You weren't loud, but you were true, and that's how I fell into you. You didn't ask about the scars, you traced them like they were just stars. You never tried to fill the space. You built a home with quiet grace. You never said forget the past. You only whispered we'll make it last. You came gently, not to win, not to erase where I had been. You let me breathe, you let me be. You didn't rush what healed in me. You weren't loud, but you were true, and that's how fell into you. You weren't perfect, you were kind, and gave me back what I left behind. You didn't save, you didn't chase, you simply stayed and gave me space. You came gently, without claim, but now I'll never love the same. You didn't fight, you didn't plead, you simply stood and loved all of me. You came late, but not too few, and now my heart belongs to you. Oh, oh. They ask if someone holds my hand, if I found love or made new plans. I smile and sip my evening tea and say I finally found just me. No empty chair, no aching space, just quiet peace I now embrace. I'm not lonely, I'm free. No broken hearts beside me. I light my candles, read at night. I sleep alone was a time I searched so wide for arms to fill the loss inside. But now I paint and now I sing, and love the stillness silence brings. No more chasing, no more proof, just loving me in every move. I'm not lonely, I'm free. No one to beg, no one to be. I cook for one and toast the air, and feel a love that's truly rare. It's not a void, it's not debris, it's strength that whispers, I am me. Oh, I thought I needed someone's name to make my heart feel whole again. But now I know the truest sound is hearing peace without a bound. I'm not lonely, I'm enough. Not every love is made of us, and if they ask who sets me free, I'll simply smile and say, just me.
You stopped calling without a fight, no warning sign, no late goodnight. Just silence where your voice once stayed, and empty cups we never made. You made it look like letting go was something hearts just somehow know. You let go, I still held on to every glance, to every song. You found peace while I lost sleep. You walked away, I sang so deep. No bitter words, no lines were drawn. You let go, I still held on. I saw your smile in someone's post. You look like him, not like my ghost. I whispered stay, but not out loud. Still loving you beneath the crowd. I never begged, I never ran, I just loved you without a plan. You let go, I still held on to every note of our last song. You breathed out, and I breathed in the space you left beneath my skin. No angry flames, just dusk at dawn. You let go, I still held on. They say the strong know when to leave, You let go, and that's okay. Some hearts are meant to drift away. But if you ever feel alone, know someone loved you past what's shown. You're not mine now, the bond is gone. But I still hold on.
I used to wait for someone's call to prove I mattered most of all. I used to shrink to make room wide so others wouldn't run or hide. But I got tired of feeling small and never being loved at all. So now I choose me, not in spite, not to flee, but because I've learned I'm worth the stay. Even when no one looks my way, I'll pour my tea, I'll breathe in free and softly say, I choose me. I used to beg with silent eyes for someone just to recognize the love I gave, the strength I showed, while carrying an unseen load. But now I know what I deserve, and I won't beg for love I serve. So now I choose me, not to win, not to be seen, but because I've danced alone so long and learned that silence can be strong. I'm not a half, I'm not debris. I stand and say, I choose me. If love should come, let it be clear, not born of fear, not built on tears. But if it doesn't, that's still fine. This heart already mine. So I choose me, with open hands and gentle key. I'm not the girl who waits in vain. I'm not the storm, I'm not the rain. I'm peace, I'm fire, I'm memory. And now at last, I choose me.
We sat across that quiet room. The air was still, no need to move. You looked at me like years had passed, somehow time had moved too fast. You didn't speak and neither did I, but in your gaze I heard goodbye. When we said nothing, it said enough. No need for blame, no need for tough. Your silence fit into my chest, like all the words we never guessed. We didn't hug, we didn't cry, we just breathed once and passed by. Oh, I saw the life you didn't choose, the version of us we couldn't use. And though my hand reached out inside, I kept it still, let love subside. Some ends don't come with sound or fire, just quiet love that can't aspire. When we said nothing, it said enough. No need for rage, no need for rough. Your look was soft, my heart was bare, and in that silence we were fair. No final kiss, no last try, just two soft hearts passing by. And maybe that's how truth survives, not in the tears, but in the eyes. You gave me peace with just one glance, like saying thank you without chance. When we said nothing, we said it all. Not in the rise, not in the fall, just in the hush of letting go of something once too bright to hold. You left and I didn't ask why, because we said goodbye without goodbye. I've cleaned the drawer where you kept your things, took down your coat, unwrapped the rings. I said I'd move on and I tried, but there are truths the heart can't hide. I laughed, I worked, I tried today, but nothing ever quite felt straight. You never left, not really so. You're in the ways I breathe too slow, in every pause between my days, in all the songs I never played. You're not beside, but not bereft. You didn't stay, but you never left. I told my friends I've closed the door, but why does silence feel like more? The smell of rain, a certain street. You show up where my soul repeats. I've let go of every name, but yours still burns, still stays the same. You never left. stay, but you never left. Some love don't need a face to stay. It carves its place and fades the gray. And even if we speak no more, you're etched inside my inner core. You never left. You changed your name, but I still feel you just the same. In every tear I never wept, in every word I should have kept. You're gone, you moved, you took your steps, but in my soul you never left. I set the table still for two, though it's just me and the fading view. I hum the song you used to hum, pretending you might still come. The world moved on, the clock still ticked, but love like yours, it always sticks. I'll keep you in the quiet, when no one goes, when no one tries it. And every breath I hold too long, and all the pain I turn to song. They say you're gone, but that's not quite it. You're here, I keep you in the quiet. The light still hits your side of bed, like it remembers what we said. Wear your scarf some rainy nights, just to feel your ghost hold tight. No need for tears, no need for loud. I love you best when there's no crowd. I'll keep you in the quiet, when no one goes, when no one tries it. Every breath I hold too long, and all the pain I turn to song. They say you're gone, but that's not quite it. You're here, I keep you in the quiet. You're the ache behind my smile, the space beside me all the while. And if this life won't give you back, I'll meet you in the dream I left. So I'll keep you in the quiet, in every dusk before I write it. No tomb, no stone, no need for proof. My love remains the deepest truth. You were, you are in every bit, still mine, in the quiet.
secret halls, who smiled for them but hit the walls, who gave too much and asked for none, who kept on trying when they were done. I see you now, I see you clear. You held it all through pain and fear. To the me who stayed when no one stayed for you, who broke in pieces but looked like they made it through. You didn't lose, you just outgrew. And I'm so proud of all you knew. To the one who begged without a sound, who searched for love when none was found, who said I'm fine 1,000 times while bleeding soft and quiet lines. You weren't weak, you were too brave. And now I see the soul you gave. To the me who stayed when walking out was fair, who carried weight that no one else would dare. You didn't fail, you just were true. And I survived because of you. I forgive you for the nights you pray, for loving them when they betray. You only knew the heart you had, and that's not weak, it's beautifully said. To the me who stayed and made it here at last, you're not a wound, you're not your past. You're every breath I take today. So thank you for not walking away. For not walking away. I don't replay the fights no more. I don't stand waiting by the door. I found the strength to let it lie, but still you cross my heart sometimes. Not with pain, not with regret, just quiet things I can't forget. Thank you for the almost, for love that came and turned to ghost, for every laugh, for every tear, for being wrong and still sincere. You were my always, weren't my most, but I'm still grateful for the almost. We weren't built to last, I know, but we still bloomed before we broke. And though we ended without end, I loved you real, not just pretend. You gave me chapters I still read, even if they didn't lead. Thank you for the almost, for hope. I'm still grateful for the almost. We didn't get the vows or rings, but we had stars and gentle things, and that to me was not in vain, even if it brought some rain. Thank you for the almost, for teaching love without a boast. I'm better now, I'm standing tall, because we rose even to fall. You were my last, nor were you lost. You were my lesson, and my almost. You showed up at my door tonight with tired eyes and softened light. Said you were lost, but now you see. You asked if there's still room for we, but I've rewritten every part of how you once lived in my heart. I waited too long to hear you say the things I needed yesterday, and though I smiled and let you in, I'm not the one I was back then. You found your way, you sang a song, but darling, I waited too long. There was a time I begged for this, one final word, one stolen kiss, but now your touch just feels too late, like knocking on a closing gate. I learned to breathe with half a soul and fill the cracks you used to hold. I waited too long to hear you say the things I needed yesterday, and though I smiled and let you in, I'm not the one I was back then. You found your way, you sang a song, but darling, I waited too long. This isn't anger, this isn't spite, just knowing when to not rewrite. Some books are best with pages torn, some love returns, but we vowed
had the keys, but not the door. The kind of love worth waiting for. You gave your all, so did I. But even perfect things can die. No storm, no blame, no sharp goodbye. Just silence where we used to try. You were almost forever, almost the last, the only ever. We danced so close to always true, but some dreams just don't break through. No bitter end, no shattered tether. Just me and you, almost forever. Your name still tastes like gentle rain, not bitter, just a quiet pain. And when I pass that cafe light, I see your face in every night. Some stories don't need final scenes. They live in could have beens and dreams. You were almost forever, almost the vow, the soul, the shelter. I held your hand with all my heart, but some hearts learn to drift apart. Not wrong, not weak, just not together. Still you and me, almost forever. I don't regret, I don't erase. You built a home in sacred space. And if I never love again, you were enough back then. You were almost forever. And maybe that's the sweetest tether. Not lost in rage, not left in flame. Just whispered love I still don't name. Some love just fades like softest weather, but you'll always be almost forever.
Some nights I feel your arms so near, like you're behind me, soft and clear. I turn around, but there's just air, a memory that's not quite there. But in that space I breathe so deep, as if your warmth was mine to keep. It's the hug that never happened, the one my soul imagined. Not real, not seen, but always known. A comfort when I'm most alone. No voice, no touch, no spoken word, but still your silence somehow hurt. You never knocked, you never came, but still I whisper out your name. And in the dark you wrap me tight like ghosted arms that feel so right. You didn't stay, you didn't try, but part of you still answers why. It's the hug that never happened, the one my dreams imagine. Not seen, but still your shadow where I've went. And maybe that's what healing is, not getting back, but feeling this. A warmth you build inside your mind when the world has not been kind. Oh, it's the hug that never happened, yet still I find its pattern in how I sit and how I breathe and how I learn to let you leave. Not in the arms, but in the air you held me once, though never there.
Think I've moved on, and maybe I should. I smile in crowds, pretend I'm good. I laugh at jokes, I answer calls, but miss you most when silence falls. It's not the day that breaks me down, it's when the stars begin to drown. I still miss you at night. When the world turns off its light, and bed's too big and sheets too cold, stories that we never told. I've let you go and mornings fight, but I still miss you every night. Kissed new lips, I've tried new hands, but none can love what no one understands. You touched a place no one can reach. Now every echo sounds like teach me. You were a whisper, not a scream, but loudest in my quiet dream. I still miss you at night. When the world turns off its light, and bed's too big and sheets too cold, and stories that we never told. I've let you go and mornings fight, but I still miss you every night. And if you ever lie awake, feeling something real but vague, that's me. In thoughts you never speak, the missing voice that doesn't sleep. I still miss you at night. Not in pain, but not quite right. You were the piece I didn't keep, the name I whisper half asleep. I heal by day, I fade by light, but I still miss you every night.
I didn't think I'd love again, not after all the could have been. But then you smiled without a word, and something soft in me was stirred. You didn't ask me where I've been. You just looked and let me in. It was the way you looked at me, like I was more than history. You didn't see a shattered past. You saw someone who could still last. No rush, no fire, no need to flee. Just something real in how you looked at me. I flinched when you first reached my hand, not out of fear, I just didn't understand how someone could be so still, so near, without demanding I disappear. You didn't try to make me change, you just stayed and let love arrange. It was the way you looked at me, with no regret, no urgency. You saw the scars but not the shame. You touched the soul, not just the name. And I believed what I could be because of how you looked at me. You didn't need a fix or no, you just gave me room to grow. And in your gaze I found the place where love could breathe at its own pace. It was the way you looked at me, like I was safe to simply be. And if this ends or if it stays, you gave me light on my worst days, and that alone set my heart free. By the way you looked at me. I said too much, I stayed too long. I made you right when you were wrong. I gave and gave until I bled, then wondered why I felt so dead. I blamed my heart, I cursed the fall, but now I see I gave it all. So I forgive me for loving blind, for chasing ghosts and losing time, for all the nights I begged you stay when all you did was walk away. I held on tight, I couldn't see, but tonight I forgive me. I wore the weight, I wore the shame, made my own hurt a kind of name. I thought if I could change enough, that maybe you would call it love. But now I see the truth so plain, you can't heal while hugging pain. So I forgive me for standing small, for shrinking so you love at all, for letting silence guide my worth, for thinking tears could change the earth. I broke myself so you'd believe, but tonight just someone who set me free. And finally, forgive me.
I never said goodbye out loud. Just watch you fade into the crowd. Held my breath, bit back the ache. Let you go for your own sake. But in the quiet I still break. Each night feels like a small heartbreak. This is where I leave my love, on the corner where we once looked up. In the scarf you left, in the songs you knew, in every sky that still holds you. You won't see tears, I won't call your name, but I leave my love where it still remains. I tell myself you had to go, that maybe I was meant to grow, but healing feels like standing still, and missing you's a silent will. Some say love will find its way, but mine still sleeps in yesterday. This is where I leave my love, in the books you marked with stars above, in the cup you cracked that I still keep, in the side of bed I never sweep. No big goodbyes, no final flame, just a quiet place where I leave my name. You didn't steal, you didn't run, you left like rain leaves after sun. No mess, no noise, just vacancy, and somehow that wrecked me. This is where I leave my love, not in hate and not in us, but in the breath I never drew. You said take care, I'll miss you too. I leave my love, not for return, but for the ache that always burns. We never kissed beneath the rain. No coffee dates, no missed last train. No photos hung, no fights, no tears, just silent longing through the years. But if the heart gets to decide, then you are mine, though just inside. This is the love that never happened. No chapters turn, no edges flatten, no first hello, no last goodbye. Just sleepless thoughts I can't deny. You were a wish I never speaking. You smiled at me, I looked away, afraid of all I couldn't say. And now you live your life somewhere, while I still breathe your ghost in there. You were a door I never knocked, but all my songs remain unlocked. And this is the love that never happened. No holding hands, no hearts unfastened, no mess to clean, no truth to face, just silent space I can't replace. You were the line I never read, but still reside inside my head. Not in my world, not in my head, but you were always almost speaking. Some love just floats, it doesn't land. It haunts the rooms, it fills the sand. And though it fades with morning light, it lives like stars in dead of night. This is the love that never broke, because it stayed in every note. You're not my past, you're not my end. You are the love that might have been. Oh. You walked in like morning light, didn't touch the wound, just held them right. You never asked about the scars, just smiled and sat where shadows are. You didn't dig, you didn't pry, you just stayed and let me cry. You didn't ask who broke my heart, didn't search for every missing part. You made no promises, no grand plan. You just reached out your quiet hand, and somehow love came back to start, because you didn't ask. You just gave your heart. You poured your tea and watched the rain, didn't rush the ache, didn't name my pain. You laughed soft when I forgot how to let the sun inside me now. You didn't fix, you didn't teach, you just let love gently reach. You didn't ask who broke my heart, didn't search for every missing part. You made no promises, no grand plan. You just reached out your quiet hand, and somehow love came back to start, because you didn't ask. just gave your heart, and now I sleep without the war. They used to live behind my door. You didn't cure, you didn't heal, you made it safe for me to feel. You didn't ask me to be whole. You loved the cracks, you touched my soul. I didn't need to earn your stay. You were the calm that never strayed. And in that silence from the start, you gave me back my broken heart.
You came to me in sleepless night, wherein the stars bathed in soft light. Didn't speak, but I knew it's you, the version of love I never outgrew. We walked through memories hand in hand, but knew this wasn't waking land. This is the last dream of you. No more tears when I make it through. You smiled like peace, not like regret, and whispered it's okay to forget. I held your ghost, I kissed your truth, then let you go. In this last dream of you, you touched my face like time stood still, and I let go without the will. The sky was quiet, the wind was kind. You left like moonlight leaves the blinds. Oh, we didn't cry, we didn't run. We knew the night would soon be done. This is the last dream of you. No more wait from what we couldn't do. You faded slow, but not in pain. Just like soft love that learned to wane. I kept your smile, your final view, then woke alone from this last dream of you. I won't chase you and sleep again. Some dreams aren't meant to be back then. But thank you for that quiet goodbye. You gave it when I closed my eyes. This is the last dream of you. Not goodbye, just passing through. And if I ever miss you deep, I'll meet you softly in my sleep. But now I rise, I start anew, and leave behind the last dream of you. go, didn't cry this time, just walk slow. Your song played soft inside that store, but I didn't freeze like times before. I smiled at strangers, drank my tea, and whispered it's okay to be just me. I'm okay now, not because it didn't hurt, but because I've learned my quiet worth. I still miss you when nights turn deep, but love like ours, it doesn't keep. I won't forget, I won't disavow, but I can't breathe. I'm okay now. I kept your scarf, but not your name. Let go of guilt, let go of blame. I don't replay what wasn't said, I let it rest inside instead. You were a chapter, not the end, not my forever, but not pretend. I'm okay now, not because I let you in, but because I chose to start again. I still feel you in winds that pass, but not with ache, with peace at last. I won't erase what fades.